Hey you guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Liv. I have some fantastic economic news I want to share with you guys. Despite what the critics are saying and want to force us to believe, President Trump and his administration is actually putting the American workers first. While the media may not be highlighting it, the data is clear. US-born workers are winning. Wages are rising, and the experts were wrong about the tariffs. And their claims have actually been debunked. Before we break it all down, I want you to watch this clip. After that, I'm going to share with you a comment I received from a viewer. But right for now, here's the clip.
So it looks like Donald Trump's tariffs that everybody was losing their mind about in April are actually doing their job. Reports have come out that for the first time in over 20 years, the United States now has a surplus of over $26 billion. Donald Trump just put the tariffs on in April. And just so y'all can understand just how crazy this really is, allow me to elaborate. In May, we had a deficit of $316 billion. The following month, June, we had a surplus of $26 billion. Which means we wiped out a deficit of $316 billion in 1 month, and we gained $26 billion. That's how good the tariffs are doing right now. Do you understand? And don't bother hearing about this on the mainstream media because you're not gonna hear it. Trump has only been president for what, like 6 months? And he already has America with a $26 billion surplus? First one in over 20 years? That lets you think like, wait, why haven't we been doing this the entire time? Tariffs clearly are working. It's baffling really when you think about it. Like, we could have been doing tariffs this entire time and America could have been in the green. For all those people out there who are worried about tariffs gonna destroy America and all that, you guys are ridiculous. Look at what is happening. He's just getting started. Imagine 2 to 3 years from this and we just keep collecting tariffs year on end. The surplus for America is gonna be amazing. Donald Trump is doing a phenomenal job. I can't ask for anything more. Thank you for doing tariffs. I don't know why no one else had the balls to do it, but at least you did. God bless America.
A viewer left me a comment saying, I thought Trump was crazy for raising taxes, but now I can see it clearly. Then she went on to ask the question, why all these other leaders didn't do this all along? Boom. Boom. I absolutely love that. She is definitely starting to realize the truth, and honestly, that's exactly the point. Seek the truth, don't follow a lie. So I reminded her other countries have been using tariffs for years to protect their own industries, right? But here in America, many of our leaders allowed big corporations to take the lead, and those companies prioritize cheap labor and higher profits over the well-being of American workers. It's the system that happened when they hired illegal immigrants for cheaper labor. That's why nothing changed. The truth is they were fine keeping everyday Americans struggling while building generational wealth for themselves. It's about time someone put the American people first. She and the other gentleman in the clip both realized why haven't other leaders taken the tariff approach like President Trump did. Me personally, I love that they're starting to ask themselves those deeper questions. This is the thing. When you really look at it, most politicians are driven by money. That's why they align with big corporations, because both are focused on building wealth, often at the expense of everyday Americans. These leaders are thinking just like those companies because many of them are trying to secure generational wealth for their own families too. So the system doesn't really affect them the way that it affects us. But when Trump got into office, he was already wealthy. His family was already set. That gave him the freedom to actually care about the American people without needing to sell out. I thought this was worth sharing in hopes of awakening others who are seeking the truth. Okay, so let's get back to debunking the fear mongering. Okay, so you've probably heard the fear if tariffs go up, the economy will crash, inflations will skyrocket, American families will suffer, but guess what? That didn't happen. In fact, the opposite is happening, and I'm here to break it all down point by point, starting with point one. Inflations would explode. Economists warned us tariffs will cause runaway inflations. But in June, the CPI, let's define CPI first. So it's a measure that examines and tracks inflations. So it shows whether prices are going up or down and by how much. They are tracking goods and services like housing, food, medical care, education, etc. Okay, and it's used by governments, businesses, and economists to understand the cost of living and to adjust things like wages, social security, and interest rates. Right? So in June, when the CPI was checked, it rose just 0.3% for the month. And the total increase over the year was 2.7%. That's well within the Federal Reserve's target. In transition, that means prices are stable. So the economists, the experts' prediction was 6% or more inflation versus the reality only 2.7. So no tariff didn't explode inflation. The panic debunked. I will leave a link with all my credible sources, okay? Point two, jobs would disappear. Debunked, okay? The hater said jobs would disappear, but listen to this man sincerely thank Donald Trump. Here's the clip.
I just want to tell all my brothers, hey man, first of all, I just want to say, man, thank you, Trump. Because guess what? I went to a construction site today, y'all. Remember, I didn't have no job. I was doing Uber. Couldn't find a job nowhere. I went to a construction site. They was already working. Got hired on the spot. Thank you, Mr. Trump. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Mr. Trump. If it wasn't for the move that you did make for the immigrants, and I'm not talking about the good people, I wouldn't have a job right now. Mr. President, I've been working all day, Mr. President. I just got off, Mr. President. I got a job for Monday, Mr. President. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Guys, let me tell you, man, I walked in today on a construction site, hired me on the spot. I started work today, just got off, y'all. Mr. Trump, thank you so much.
They told us the economy would slow down, companies would cut jobs, and we're headed into recession. But in reality, 147,000 new jobs were added in June 2025 alone. And even more encouraging, U.S. workers gained over 830,000 jobs in 1 month, while foreign-born employment dropped. That means more opportunities for American citizens. So no, jobs didn't disappear. They're already coming back to the American people. Point three, wages would stagnate. Debunked. Another fear that Americans would make less, but right now, average hourly wages are up 3.7% year by year. Employees are competing for American talent. And that's a win for the working class. Instead of getting left behind, the American workers is finally getting ahead. Point four, tariffs will hurt consumers. Debunked. It was said tariffs would hit families hard, making everything more expensive. But most of the price increase have been small and limited to imports like appliances or furniture. Meanwhile, essential costs like food and housing have stayed manageable. So again, no disaster, no collapse, no fear. Debunked. I'm super excited for my fellow American people. This is about you, your job, your paycheck, your family. And for the first time in years, the economy is working for everyday Americans, not just Wall Street or the wealthy elites. That's what this movement is about, restoring America pride, security, and dignity to the American workers. I want to encourage you not to allow fear-mongering to distract you from the truth. The data is in and you are winning. Inflation is stable, jobs are up, wages are rising, America is coming back. So keep working, keep believing, and keep moving forward. So with that being said, knowing the facts, do you feel more helpful about the economy? Let me know in the comments. I pray that you found this video helpful or hopeful. Please consider subscribing and like this video. I'll keep bringing you the facts that the mainstream media won't. See you in my next video.